Hey everyone, ArdrethShadow here, and before we start, just like before, we now have 3 girls on the title screen. So Sayori has finally joined us since I'm officially going for her route now. So I'm going to assume that I've triggered all the right flags that I need to get this game to work. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the actual video now. It's the day of the festival. Of all the days, I expected this to be something I could be excited for. However, I barely slept last night for many reasons other than excitement. I can only imagine. With what we had talked about yesterday in mind, I take out my phone and call Sayori's number, but she isn't answering. A sudden fear takes over me. What if she... Yeah. Don't even think that right now. Well, oh, thank goodness. Before I can finish my thoughts, my phone rings. I try to answer, but my palms are sweaty from the sudden surge of stress, so I drop my phone on the ground. I see she's calling me. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, if you know the original game, then yeah, you can kind of see where he was going with that. I quickly dive down to the ground and swipe my finger across the screen to answer. Daniel? Her voice is unnaturally hoarse. I either woke her up, or she didn't sleep at all and has been up all night. Well, the important thing is, though, that she's alive and well, and that she didn't end up hanging herself. I decide to indirectly ask her, "Sorry, did I wake you up?" "No, I've been up for a while." Her voice takes on an unnaturally cheery tone. Something's not right here. "Don't worry about me." Her laugh sounds forced. Something is clearly wrong here. Sayori? What? A sudden fear grips me. I realize I have to distract her somehow before things get out of control. She clearly sounds upset, and from how tired she sounds, I assume she didn't sleep at all. There's no knowing what she'll do to herself if I hang up on her like this. Yeah, thank you, Internet, for ruining this for me. Yeah, I guess in case you didn't know, there's a lot of memes out there about Sayori hanging herself, and I can't look at this word in conjunction with Sayori the same way ever again. I called because I want to meet up before the festival. We always go to school together, so how about I come over and make you breakfast? She says nothing, but I hear her sigh on the other end. I promised we'd go to the festival together. Is this because of what I told you yesterday? Is that why you're suddenly acting this way? No, that's not it. I want to spend time with you before the festival. I mean, I woke up so early. There isn't much for me to do to pass the time, except maybe watching anime. But we don't have time for that right now. You told me you didn't want me to turn into a NEET, didn't you? Sayori laughs bitterly at the other end of the phone. You're right. You're absolutely right. And since you're my only friend, I guess I have nobody else to socialize with. It's either you or the anime. And considering I have the chance to talk to another living, breathing human, I would rather take that over the anime. I get what you mean. She pauses, and I hear the sound of a door opening, followed by the thud of something heavy hitting the ground and the closing of the door. Alright, when can you come over? Okay, what was hitting the floor? I'm on my way now. Okay, I'll go get ready for the day. I'll leave the door unlocked for you. Okay. I hang up and run out the door as fast as my legs can take me. Yeah, run like the wind. I don't even care about closing my door, or to bother looking at the road. Well, yeah, I guess in this case, you don't know what's gonna happen with her, so I guess... yeah, it doesn't matter if anyone's gonna just waltz into your house and do whatever. Although you might want to be careful, if in case like a semi-truck is passing or something. Well, whatever. We're not... it's like, this isn't that kind of game. My heart threatening to smash my chest, I make a beeline for her house, and I feel black dots clouding my vision by the time I arrive. Panting heavily, I open the door. She really did leave it unlocked. As soon as I enter, I hear the sound of the shower running. Okay, well maybe that's what it was. I was almost afraid that she had, like, fallen or dropped something. Remembering the sounds I heard just before the call ended, I rush up to her room. I've watched too much anime to know where this could potentially lead. Yeah, and I played Doki Doki Literature Club, and I've watched at least 6 other people play it, so I know where this could go. And plus, Your Lie in April really did mess me up with the whole issue that Kaori goes through, and when she loses all her... like, she falls down and she's bleeding, and... well, that anime just made me cry so much, it literally destroyed me. Anyways. However, I don't care. I think back. I heard the sound of a door opening. Judging by the sound I heard afterwards, it had to be a room with a wooden floor. That would mean... I mentally asked her to forgive me before opening her closet and run my hands down the mountain of unorganized clothes. Perhaps the sound was just my imagination? For a few minutes, I feel nothing as I dig deeper and deeper into the pile. I'm about to give up, when my hands suddenly feel something hard and uneven underneath them. I dig it up, and my eyes widen as I find myself holding a long, tight rope. Yeah, we found it. Did she mean to? Yes, she did. Before I can even finish my own thoughts, I take the rope in both hands and dash across the room before throwing the rope out the open window. Just as I think it's over, though, the sound of running water suddenly stops. I realize I'm screwed if Sayori finds me loitering about in her room. Oh yeah, hi Sayori, don't mind me, I wasn't going through your stuff. Well, I mean, it could be worse, but obviously we're trying to save her here. We're not trying to do anything naughty or whatever. I quickly cover up my deed and rush out of the room. I then began preparing breakfast for the two of us. While silently promising myself that I'll make sure today is going to be enjoyable for her. Okay, so I guess we did a time skip. And now we have this happy music playing. Or I call it that. Jeez, took you long enough. Kept you waiting, huh? Okay, no. I wish I could have David Hayter's voice. We were honestly getting worried you never show up. It's like, I never leave you two hanging. Dang it, Monica, really? I mean, I'd never let you down. Yes, that's clearly what I meant to say. Alright, looks like everyone's finally here. You're the reason I can't say leave anyone hanging the same way ever again. It seems like the two of us were the last ones to arrive. Thankfully enough, the actual event hasn't started yet. Sorry, I kind of forgot to write my poem during the weekend. Well, is it ready now? Natsuki, really? Okay, well... It's like, yeah... Considering I know what she's going through. But, it's part of the story, so... Oh, come on, Sayori. Will you at least try to take this seriously? Sayori cast her eyes downward. This looks bad. Natsuki doesn't know the reason for why Sayori wasn't able to write. Exactly. It's irony at its finest. I did promise Sayori to keep her condition a secret. I cast a quick glance towards Sayori, whose smile is slowly fading. At this rate, she might start crying. Worst case scenario, her secret might be revealed. On the other hand, I know Sayori is strong enough to endure it. It might make them suspicious if I suddenly act out of character. True, but no matter how strong a person is, they can only be so strong for so long before, I don't know, the pressure gets to them. Well, at least, that's how I've seen it in some cases. To speak up, or have faith in Sayori's resilience and remain silent? Oh great, don't tell me. Dang it, game. What should I do? That's a good question. Well, first, I'm going to make a save in case I screw this up. Okay, well... I can't just remain silent if it were just me. I gotta say something. It's my fault, really. I shake my head and look Natsuki dead in the eyes. Stop it, Natsuki. Sayori's not at fault here. Daniel? I quickly throw Sayori a stern look to tell her to just play along. She nods, and I can briefly see the gratitude in her eyes. The reason we were late was because Sayori had to help me write my poem. What? You didn't write one either? Yes, Natsuki. I'm a lazy good-for-nothing. Not either. Sayori did write a poem. She had one ready since Friday. I nudge her with my shoulder and wink at her. The old nudge nudge wink wink. Of course, she would lie to keep me from appearing in a bad light. I see. Daniel, why? I told you not to tell them. I shrug. I don't know. I have a conscience too, you know. I can't let my friend take the fall for me. It's about time I started taking responsibility for my actions. That's right. Be a man and own up to your faults. Even if, technically, it's... well, either way, be a man. And stick up for your woman. Or potential woman. I see. I'm sorry, Sayori. But you're not off the hook yet, Daniel. Sayori smiles a radiant smile. That damn smile. Oh, no harm done. I shouldn't have lied in the first place. Yeah, here we go. Natsuki shoots me a frustrated glare. And you? Stop being lazy and contribute if you're in the club. Or did you just join it because there were tons of cute girls in here? Well, I mean, that was like one of the opening lines of this game, where MC's like, oh my god, this club is full of incredibly cute girls. I'm in heaven. Well, he didn't say that, but... jeez. Natsuki turns her heel and leaves while muttering something inaudible. Probably something like how I'm a lazy good-for-nothing bum, and that I should leave. Anyway, may I see the poem? Sure, Monica. Oh, yes, of course. Here you go. She hands Monica the envelope containing the poem. Ooh, fancy. You two writing a poem together. Aren't you two cute? Monica, stop playing the shipping game. Oh, who am I kidding? She's already been playing the shipping game for the last 2 rounds. What's one more? What? I noticed Sayori's cheeks taking on a rosy sheen. What's odd, however, is that for some reason, my face feels very hot, and for a few seconds, I feel slightly lightheaded. Yeah, you too. We're not I never lie. Why would you say that? Hey, I know more than you think. Oh, indeed you do, Monica. Indeed you do. But so do I. And she just runs out. Having said that, Monica opens the envelope and leaves us alone, quickly zooming across the screen. I don't even look in Sayori's direction to know she's looking at me. I turn my head, and our eyes meet, and then time stops. Okay, sorry I had to. I know I said I'd stop that, but I can't, sometimes. Sorry. I don't know where Monica got that idea from. Probably just in her own imagination. It's like she subconsciously ships you and me together. We'd be kinda cute together, don't you think? Really? Even though I say it as a joke, my words make me feel weird. Yeah, I'd probably feel weird too, like, oh hey, can I be in love with my best friend? Well, of course you have that Jason Mraz song. Sayori laughs nervously, and I feel oddly disheartened. Yeah, just imagine that, you and me, like that'll ever happen. That's probably the kind of vibe he's getting. And that's why I promise I'll stop joking around for the rest of the day. Well, he might, but I won't. No, I appreciate it. Then why do you look somewhat upset? She sighs and sits down on an empty table. Well, you better not sit on the empty table. The fact that you even joke about it, the fact that you even joke about it is funny. There we go. I sit down next to her and take her left hand into my right hand. Her hands are small, warm and clammy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that, Sayori. If the joke was a joke for any reason, it was the idea of me ever finding a girlfriend is downright hilarious. Yeah, like I'm ever gonna find anyone. Okay, well, yeah, it's like, I'm just being stupid at this point. Don't say that. I'm sure you would find an amazing girl who would love you one day. Thank you, Sayori. But I want that girl to be you. Well, anyways. Unless you become a NEET, that is. Well, I don't know. I mean, online dating is becoming a thing. Well, I don't know. It's like, I don't even know if that would work at all. Like, is it even guaranteed? I promise, once things settle down, I'll help you find someone. Okay, well, you don't have to look very far because that someone might be closer than you think. I want you to be happy. You deserve it so much. Thank you. You also deserve happiness, Sayori. Please don't cry, Sayori. And I was like, yeah, in case you can't tell, like, I just really feel for her. I don't want to ever see her sad or anything like that. Sayori smiles a sad smile. The others will get suspicious if we sit around here. That's going to be useful to them, so they leave us alone. Yeah, that way they don't crowd around us while we're sitting here and they start pointing and laughing at us and saying, Daniel and Sayori sitting in a tree, K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Okay. I let go of her hand and we join the others in preparation for the festival event. As I work on hanging up the decorations, I can't help but notice I'm strangely distracted. Well, maybe it's because you're so in love. Yeah, I also know I said I stopped referencing that, but it's too easy. It's like that scene is so cringe-worthy and meme-worthy. I don't know why, but I can't shake off this feeling of uncertainty that has taken over me. Even so, I don't have the time to think about it too much right now. Yeah, because we have a festival to get started for. Before I know it, it's time for the festival. It seems like we've attracted quite a crowd. I notice I'm slightly anxious as I step up and stand next to Sayori. I throw a quick look at her face and see a nervous yet gentle smile. The whole room is silent, with the exception of a few whispers from the audience. Before long, Monika's voice breaks the silence. Okay, everyone. Okay, everyone. It's time to read poems. We'll start by having the members of our literature club read their wonderful selections first. She turns to Sayori. If you wouldn't mind, could you go first, Sayori? Right, I'll try my best. Okay, well, here we go. Give a warm applause to the vice president of our club. Yay. As soon as the applause ends, Sayori steps up to the podium and reads her poem aloud. The poem she chooses is one that I've never read before. Oh, here we go. And because it's something that I've never seen, at least in a YouTube video of mine, White Lily. Somewhere in a someplace far away, in a wasteland where no man has gone before, in a land where rain and sun's conflict lies at the core, in a land ruled by the rainbows, a single white lily grows, selfishly dreaming to spread joy, even if it meant her devastation, a small price to pay. When the Mr. Sun visits her, okay, well, yeah, I'm sorry, that's the inner English part of me. Anyway, when Mr. Sun visits her, she opens her petals and smiles at the cheery day. When Mr. Raincloud comes to play, she closes her petals, wishing she could be several miles away. Even if Raincloud tempts her and wants to be her friend, his false kindness only makes her rattled. The lily wants no temptation. What she dreams for is a peaceful end. Once, a rainbow took the shape of a dark-robed man. He brandished his scythe. He heard the lily sobs. As he brandished his scythe, he heard the lily sobs. To pluck the lily and end her was his plan. Yet, he couldn't bear the weight of stopping her heartthrobs. And so he sat down with her, hearing her story out, sweet words of comfort escaping his mouth. And I guess in this case, the White Lily is Sayori, and obviously Mr. Raincloud is the rain clouds, the depression rain clouds. I don't know who Mr. Sun would be. I'm going to guess that Mr. Sun would be MC, and well, I guess the rainbow takes on the form of death, Grim Reaper, and yeah, of course then again, I'm not an English teacher, nor am I an English major, so I can't fully analyze this poem all that great. Though she starts off slow due to her anxiety, she quickly becomes more and more confident as the poem goes on. Once she's done, she bows gracefully as a few members of the audience clap. This is bad. Sayori's performance was excellent, and yet she doesn't receive enough recognition from the crowd. Well then do something about it. What should I do? Well, I mean, I might as well at this point. I mean, both of them are good, but well, I guess if it were me, I'd probably just clap louder than everyone else. Oh. Okay, well. It's like, well, everyone knows I'm an idiot now. I clap louder than the rest of them, but it seems like my attempt has no effect other than making me look like an idiot with bruised hands. However, Monica notices my attempts to cheer Sayori on, and tells the crowd to give Sayori a warm applause. A warm round of applause, please. The crowd eventually gives in to peer pressure, and start clapping louder and louder. Sayori blushes slightly and steps down to the sound of the crowd cheering. Even if she says nothing, I can tell she's feeling grateful for me trying to help, even though I look like an idiot with bruised hands. Thank you for that great poem, Sayori. Next up is... Before Monica can finish, Yuri runs to the podium, tightly clutching her poem and avoiding eye contact with the audience. It's like, you go, Yuri. She then reads her poem aloud. Yuri's performance was splendid. It showed me a side of her that I've never seen before. No sooner had she started reading her poem that her voice became filled with confidence, like she owned the room. It's because she's in her element, and you can't bring her down when she's in her element. She was met with even louder cheers than Sayori's performance did. It's like, yeah, sorry, I mixed up with and met. Soon after, she was followed by Monica and Natsuki. Even before they started reading, it was clear Monica was the highlight of the show. She was met with deafening cheers even before she read her poem, which turned out to be an amazing piece of work. Yeah, well, she's a class star after all. Finally, it was my turn. Well, as the only guy in the literature club, I feel pressured to put on a good show. It's only when I look out at the crowd that I notice most of the audience are guys from my year. Oh, great. It's like, yeah, I'm never gonna live this down. They look at me like I'm a weirdo. Well, pretty much my high school years in a nutshell. What's up? Yeah, how you doing? My name's Daniel. I'm ArdrethShadow. I own a YouTube channel. I hear a few guys from my class whispering amongst themselves. I know the rumors will be inevitable. Oh my god, did you hear? He has a YouTube channel! I should go subscribe now. Okay, no. It's like, you know, only manly badass hero can make that sound funny. Part of me wants to just step down and leave. It'd be less of an embarrassment to me if I did. Yeah, just be like, hi everyone, bye everyone, and just rush out the door. However, just as I start hesitating, I hear a girl's voice cheering me on. I look down and see Sayori smiling at me. Seriously, Sayori, you are just too amazing. You can do this, Daniel. I believe in you. Believe in the Sayori that believes in you. I have to do this for her. I have to put on a good performance. Not to please them, but to make her happy. Because her happiness means everything to me. I take a deep breath to swallow my anxiety, and then read my poem. It's of questionable quality compared to the rest, and I met with the coldest reception of the entire club. Oh boy. Well, is your poem just 20 random words from a word bank? Because that's probably why. Oh. And now the music is gone. Barely anyone applauds me, and I hear one or two guys booing me. It's like, yeah, well, you come up here and try it, you wise guys. They tell me to stop writing since my poem is terrible. Yeah, it's like pretty much my writing career in a nutshell. Well, my amateur writing career. Even though I'm used to being treated like a joke by my classmates, hearing them insult me like this hurts me a little more than usual. Yeah, well, it would hurt me too, let me tell you. Give him a warm round of applause, everyone. He did great. Oh, Monica. Well, thank you for trying, though. Not even Monica can convince the crowd to give as much as a single clap in my direction. I feel more embarrassed than I've ever been in my life. I need to get out of here. Before anyone can stop me, I take my awful poem and dash out of the room, not looking back.